Hello and welcome everybody to the Diligent Rascal channel and another video from myself, the Diligent Rascal. I am at a Diligent Rascal on Twitter. That is at a Diligent Rascal on Twitter. So how's everyone going? I hope everyone's alright. I've not done a video for a little while. I've been a bit busy and all that. I put a few music videos on this channel of stuff that I've been working on, some promo bits and bobs. But I haven't really been doing any kind of, monologues or anything on here for a while. But I have still been active looking about what is going on the internet. And there's a little bit of madness going on the internet at the moment with a gentleman who you guys probably know called Brian Harvey, XE17 singer. So today is Tuesday the 31st of July 2018. I am the Diligent Rascal, and basically I haven't done a video for a little while, but now I'm doing a video today because of Brian Harvey. And Brian, if you're watching, mate, this video is for you. So basically, let's get into it. Brian Harvey, XE17 singer, at the moment is putting out a lot of videos with a lot of information about a lot of stuff because he feels he has been targeted for whatever reason, and which we'll get into. But he's putting a lot of information out there to try and get his story out, and it's fucking mental. So where do we begin? This is RS. He's telling you, think, use your noodle, be diligent, listen to the information, take it in, alright, and try and discern for yourself what is the truth. Because at the moment, Brian Harvey is, from what I can see, and from the interviews and stuff that he's done and the information he's put out, I think he's telling the truth. And if you haven't checked his information out, I'll show you where it is now. And we'll get into it a little bit, but get into the story about what's going on and what I can see happening. Because this video, the reason why I've come out of my little hiatus is because I wanted to get a message to Brian Harvey. Alright. Last night, I made one of these videos yesterday, but it was just far too long and there was just too much shit in it, and I went into too much detail about too much stuff. So today I'm just going to do a little bit more of an overview, because ultimately this video is for Brian and I just want to get a message to him. I tried to tweet him last night, but his Twitter's down. And then I woke up this morning and he's got an hour long Facebook live video that I watched this morning. But Brian, mate, if you're listening, this video is for you, and for one reason, mate. Basically, I believe what you're saying. I think a lot of people believe what you're saying. But the problem that I'm having at the moment, personally, is the fact that all I can see is vultures circling you, man, at the moment. And I don't think they really give a shit about you. And I know that's probably going to sound harsh. But I think ultimately you kind of know it as well. These people that kind of have put your stuff out on their platforms, I don't really think they're the best people to be doing it for you. I don't think it's going to rally up the kind of support that you want. But anyway, again, getting off topic, this is for Brian, this video, alright? So for any of you people that don't know that are watching this, thank you very much for watching, and I'm going to try and do it as quickly as possible, go over a little bit of the history to do with Brian Harvey. And I know obviously if Brian's watching this, you fucking know all this because it's your life, but some people won't know the real ins and outs of it, because I think it's still trying to get out to people. And I'm trying, man, I'm bringing you up in conversations like, oi, do you know, you hear about Brian Harvey from E17, do you know what's happening to him at the minute? Like, I'm trying to spread it like that, man. But yeah, RS, think, use your noodle. Let's get into the information and let's see what's going on. So Brian Harvey, XE17 singer, okay? He's put out a lot of videos. A lot of videos, okay? So this fella, Brian Harvey, he says he has been a victim since about 96, 97, alright? So the start of the story goes, Brian Harvey is in E17. They're coming up to like the end of an era, basically, for them. You know, their contract's coming up with the management. And Brian Harvey finds out something about the management, the manager of them at the time, which is a geezer called Tom Watkins, who is here. This is Tom Watkins. And incidentally, a couple of days ago, actually the day before yesterday, Brian Harvey tweeted a picture of something that come through his door, and it was actually a copy of Tom Watkins' book. So he was saying either it's Tom Watkins or someone else, but someone sent him a copy of Tom Watkins' book, and then the next day his Twitter's down. Anyway, I digress. Also, he's been linking up with a woman called Seven, who used to work in the creative industry. She was a creative person. She had lots of ideas and lots of concepts for shows and stuff, and it was all stolen off her. And then when she spoke out about it, the same kind of stuff was happening to her. Brian Harvey just recently linked up with her and watched a few of her videos and that, and then now his Twitter's off. So anyway, start of the story was Brian Harvey found out something that Tom Watkins, the E17 manager, got up to, didn't like it very much, and didn't want to sign with Tom. So what happened then after that was he was sent to do an interview by himself about, it wasn't about ecstasy, but the subject of ecstasy came up. Now, another band member, Tony Mortimer, previous to that, a couple of weeks before, did an interview, and Brian said, look, you know, he basically mirrored what Tony Mortimer said a couple of weeks previously in the interview that he did. Didn't think anything of it. Next morning, wakes up, he's got people in his house knocking on his door, journalists asking about what he said in that interview. And this is a time when Leah Betts, if anyone doesn't know, it's a girl that died of when she took ecstasy. She didn't really die of the ecstasy. She actually drowned herself from drinking too much water. Bad advice she got, and what we was all told back in the day when we were popping E's and that. Drink plenty of water, drink plenty of water. She did that. She drank too much and she drowned herself. And this was a time when he made those comments, so it was a bit of a hoo-ha. And what Brian Harvey is saying is because he didn't want to sign with Tom Watkins is hooked up with a load of people, and they set him up to do that interview, make him look like a prick. Then they could sack him from the band. What he's also saying after that, and he does have proof, is that he was a victim of phone hacking, phone tapping possibly as well, and he has evidence for this. So basically what it is, Brian Harvey, that is the start of the story. Brian Harvey in 97, all this stuff happened to him. Since then he's had the police attacking him, coming into his house, taking his computers, bits and bobs like that. All of this stuff is in Brian's information, so I suggest you watch all of these videos that he's been putting out, because it's a hell of a lot of information. He puts it across coherently. He does jump sometimes from here to there to the other, but it's a lot of information. And the geezer's pissed off, rightly so. Brian, I understand, bruv, you're pissed off, man. We get it. And we back it, bruv. We're backing it. So yeah, so that's the start of the story. So anyway, so after all that's going on, Brian Harvey's still, you know, he's saying he didn't leave his house for 5 years. He was scared for his life and stuff. And then basically I think Brian Harvey saw something, some stuff, because he said in one interview that he did with Christine Hart that he went into one of these back rooms at the clubs with Daniela Westbrook, who was banging the cocaine at that time. I think she was probably sent to infiltrate Brian Harvey and drag him around all these clubs, possibly get him hooked on coke and whatnot. Anyway, he's gone to a club one night. She's gone into one of these back rooms. He's gone with her. She's said, hold on, wait a minute here. And she's gone into like a toilet or something to pick up some coke. And what he said that he saw was a load of adults sitting round and a few kids, young kids, dressed up as adults in suits and skirts and stuff. Nothing, no sex going on, but just fucking weird. He said he saw that. And what happened after all this stuff here is that he got involved with a fella called Bill Maloney, who is a prominent, or was a prominent, institutional child sex abuse campaigner, victim. Said his family was, all of them basically have died in care and victims of the care system. Also this guy here, John Wedger, ex-policeman, apparent whistleblower, is involved with Bill Maloney and became involved with Brian Harvey. So bear in mind all this stuff has happened with the phone hacking, phone tapping, all this kind of stuff. with Brian Harvey. He has said, can I do anything to help John Wedger and Bill Maloney? Because, like I say, I think Brian saw some crazy shit, and he knew when he heard these victims, he said, yeah, it kind of resonated with him. I think there is more to come out about that. When Brian is ready, when the time is right, I think he will come out with more. And I think he was probably hoping that Bill and that would help him do that. Excuse me. Ugh. Yawning like a good one. Anyway, I think he thought that Bill maybe and John would help him with that. But anyway, so he's been roped in. Brian Harvey has said, look, how can I help? Bill Maloney and John Wedger, they have taken him to see a Operation Fernbridge witness and to interview him. And what it's all come out now, what Brian Harvey is saying is that this guy, bearing in mind this is on top of all the phone hacking, phone tapping stuff, having his computers nicked and whatnot, he's helping these guys. And what he's saying is they've stitched him up. They've took him to interview this witness, but then Bill Maloney has been seen coaching the witness. Chris Fay, this geezer here as well, was dropping names to Andrew Ash. And basically Andrew was just saying yes or no, and they put these names in that were fake. Brian's saying that it's because they're trying to discredit him, they're trying to stitch him up, and they obviously wanted him affiliated with people that were bullshitting. So then it makes his information look false, which is fair enough. Alright? So this is the situation with Brian Harvey as we are 2018. Okay? He's saying that these two have fucking stitched him up. Via another person who is funding these people that also funded Brian Harvey a £500 kit so he could film these victims. Okay, this victim here, Andrew Ash, and Brian has actually had calls with Andrew, and Andrew's admitted it because Andrew was also on Panorama as well. So this is the situation now. Brian Harvey has got all these videos out on his own channel. He had all these videos out on his own channel. And he was putting all this information about the phone hacking, phone tapping, and now this Bill Maloney, Chris Fay situation, John Wedger, and all that business. Okay? So, Brian Harvey, for those who don't know, for those that do, I'm sorry I'm going to go over it, but the fact is, Brian Harvey, ex-lead singer of East 17, pop group from the UK in the 90s. Anyone around my age will know East 17. They had apparently, 22 million records sold, #1 hits, #1 albums, etc. He's coming out and trying to put his information out there. Now, when you go into his information and you see the extent of it, okay, it's very serious shit, and it goes into the upper echelons of media and government and everything, alright? So it goes into the fucking depths of the fucking belly of the fucking beast, right? And obviously, Brian can't go to mainstream media. He can't go to the Sun. He can't go to the fucking Mirror. He can't go Sky News. He can't go BBC. He can't go James O'Brien. He can't, he can't go to them people because it's mainstream media. So what he's been doing, he's been looking to the truther community. And those of you like myself that know about the truther community, inverted commas, you'll know that it's full of fucking wankers, shills, charlatans and lying bastards. And Brian Harvey is looking, or was looking, for people to put his stuff out there to get it out to people, which is understandable. And as I say, Brian, I hope you're watching this. I'm going to try and get this video to you somehow. If your Twitter's back up, I'll message you on YouTube or whatever. We'll get it done. I'll get this to you, and I want you to watch it, bro, because I feel for you, mate. I can see what you're trying to do, all right, because your information is heavy, bro. It's heavy, yeah. It's mad heavy information. And you ain't supposed to have it. He weren't supposed to have it, but he's ended up with it through incompetence of others and whatever. They were trying to keep it from him, but he has ended up with other juicy stuff, which basically proves bang to rights he's been a victim of a lot of shit, alright? And there's a lot of people colluding, a lot of links between people, and a lot of fucking madness going on. So this is true. I believe Brian. This is the thing. Now, he's saying that basically Tom Watkins is hooked up with people in the media, public relations, and he was able to somehow get Bill Maloney and Wedger to fucking stitch him up, which is a possibility, high possibility. All right. So Brian's got all this information, and he wants to put it out. And he's looking to the alternative media to put it out because he can't go Sky, he can't go these places. So first he goes to Richie Allen, he spoke with David Icke, you know, and as I say, all these people in the truther community, we know, you know, we've all been woken up by Alex Jones or whoever, and then we realise that he's fucking putting out information himself that discredits himself. And a lot of these people are paid agents, alright? A lot of these people are fucking shills paid to do a job to muddy the waters. Because that's all these fuckers need, is a little bit of doubt, and then boom, people just will switch off. So, people will know about this community and how much fucking bullshit goes on in it, alright? And basically it's a lot of ego. It's a lot of ego. So, Brian Harvey, poor cunt. Like, honestly, Brian, mate, I can't say this enough. I hope you're watching this video, and I feel for you, mate. And I'd like to say, this is the message I want to get across to you, mate. The people that you are choosing to put your information out are not doing you any favours, my man. I don't think at all they're doing you any favours. Excuse me. Because the people that you're choosing have their own genre of people on YouTube and their own group and their own ideology and narrative that they're pushing. And it is not conducive with your information, really. And it's not a good look to be affiliated with these people, alright? That's my own personal opinion. Because I can see them like vultures circling you. I can see it. I can see all these people just wanting to put the name Brian Harvey in their video and getting their videos and their channels a bit more of a push, and their ideology and their agenda, bringing that more to the forefront, using you as a fucking catalyst for that, Brian. And the fact is, mate, you've been through enough shit, okay? You know, you don't need to be interviewed by these people that are using, you know, that have ideologies like these do, and the narrative that these guys are pushing. And we haven't even got into these guys yet. This is strictly still on Brian, and what he's had to do. I feel he's felt as well. He's probably had to do it because he wanted to get it out. So he's choosing, or he has chosen, you know, or they have been made available to him, two fellas who have put his information out in 2 videos. One of these fellas is called Eddie Is Okay, this gent here, and the other fella is Red Pill Phil. Now, from the start, you can already see. Now, I haven't even told you what group these people are from, okay? They are from the Free Tommy lot. And this, apparently, Tommy Robinson is a bastion for free speech. He's a political prisoner. He's this, that, and the other. Now, I'm not even going to get into that because, like I say, I don't need to get into Tommy Robinson. Tommy Robinson is an agent provocateur. He's selective of what he uses his free speech about. You know, this whole thing about the Muslim grooming gangs being covered up and not publicised, it's rubbish. It has been. It was pushed in all the papers for the purpose of division, and it works because whenever you say grooming gang, people automatically think Muslims. So to say that the media are covering it up and no one knows about these gangs is bollocks, because the main cover-up is to do with the fucking white fuckers in government that are fucking doing it institutionally. Alright, so that's the stuff getting covered up, not the fucking Muslim grooming gangs, alright? So anyway, these guys, Red Pill Phil and Eddie Is Okay, are from the Free Tommy lot, and they go around on these marches and all this kind of fucking stuff. But the thing that is crazy to me, it's a couple of black guys, man, that are backing Tommy Robinson. You know, they're here with this kind of pro-British nationalism, kind of pro-Brexit, pro-fucking Trump. You know, and all of it is under the guise of free speech, and it's fucking bullshit, man, because they're the first people, the whole, you know, it's mad that a lot of the Free Tommy people actually think that Black Lives Matter is a terrorist organisation. And then you've got these two black fellas that are thumbing up with the fucking British flag behind them, like all nationalistic, bigging up Tommy Robinson. It's fucking mental, mate. The whole idea, oh, they're black, they can't be racist. You know, it's fucking nonsense, brother. It's one of them where, you know, yeah, that is a thing. You know, black people can't really be racist. But the fact is, I think these guys are being used to push this Tommy Nobbinson. I nearly said Tommy Nobbinson fucking free speech bullshit. So these are not the guys, Brian. Please, you know, just look at this, you know, faux nationalism, like draping the flag over Britain is best, Brexit. This is fucking bullshit, man. You know, this is another channel affiliated with them. Hashtag Free Tommy Robinson News. And also this picture here, I found out today, I saw some old Nazi propaganda where you had Hitler with his mouth covered up, and this is what they like to do now, talking about, oh, my free speech. Fuck you lot, firstly, because I'm a proud socialist, yeah, and I've watched Red Pill Phil's videos, and I've watched Eddie Is OK's videos, and I've watched these Free Tommy Robinson fucking videos, and I've heard them at the marches talking about, yeah, it's all fucking the problem of socialism and this, that, and the other. It's like, you lot are fucking confused, man. You lot confused, talking about Antifa and all that stuff. We know, if you've got any fucking brains, that Antifa is probably being funded by the same guys that are fucking funding you, and Tommy Robinson, and all that lot. Antifa, the far left and the far right are exactly the fucking same. And whatever you lot want to say, you are part of the far right. Alright? And the far left Antifa are probably on the same fucking payroll as you lot. It just makes me laugh. So anyway, like I say, this whole there's another guy here, Reverend Simon Sideways, with the flag and that, with this crew of guys, this Nanny Robinson and all this kind of stuff, just the British flags everywhere, this bullshit nationalism, pro-Brexit, pro-Trump, pro-Tommy Robinson fucking bullshit. You know, it is mental, okay? Brian, all I'm saying, Matt, I know you've probably thought about this, and I know you've probably mulled it over God knows how many times, and you felt that you've been pinned into a corner, that you just wanted to get this out, but it is probably better for you, mate, I would say, just to do the videos on your own, mate. Get interviewed by your missus or one of your pals, or like, you know, just a nobody, man. Just get interviewed by someone who knows the information, will interject every now and again and just give a little, you know, segue to something else or whatnot, yeah. But the fact is, you do not want to be affiliated with these people, man. Because if I'm telling you, if I'm honest, okay, if the system, the people that have been fucking you over, yeah, these people that have been trying to suppress you, if they could choose who you were going to choose to put your information out, I'd bet 100 fucking quid straight up that it would be people like Eddie Is OK and Red Pill Phil, who are part of this Free Tommy movement. And that instantly, with a lot of people, will discredit you just by association. You know, people are going to say, oh, what? Brian's on the same with these Free Tommy Robinson people. You know, they're going to look through the videos and they're just going to think, yeah, you just, you know, again, you're going to be disregarded, mate. And this is what I worry about. So these guys, I think, are just trying to get you in their videos and get you under their wing and get you talking on their channel to, you know, push their agenda a little bit more. You know, all this stuff, you know, it's fucking mad, man. It's fucking mad. So anyway, so you've got these guys pushing out Brian Harvey's stuff. You've got, the first video was with Eddie Is OK and Brian Harvey, about an hour and a half long, and then you had another one with Red Pill Phil, of which apparently there's going to be a part 2. It's about an hour and 43 minutes. And like I say, I honestly think that these guys are just using Brian Harvey to push out their agenda, their ideology, their narrative, yeah? And it's not a healthy one. It's dividing this country, you know? And talk about, you know, free speech and, you know, speaking for those who are the voiceless. I mean, what does Tommy Robinson think, and what does Red Pill Phil and that think of the whole Windrush thing going on? You know, that's something that's been suppressed. Those people have been since 2010 been trying to speak out about it, but nothing. You know, this is why I hate Tommy Robinson, because he's selective about what he uses his free speech about, and it's always about brown people doing something wrong. He's never trying to back the disenfranchised or, you know, the downtrodden, you know. And it does slightly hurt me to see these black guys, you know, strong brothers, you know what I mean, with gumption and balls, you know, to go out and do this shit. I wish they weren't backing a cause like Tommy Robinson, you know. More than happy for them to be backing free speech, man, you know what I mean. But even Red Pill Phil and Eddie is okay. I think you're slightly confused, boys, you know what I mean. And that's on a friendly thing as well, you know what I mean. Like I say, no animosity to anybody, you know what I mean. I've lived, you know, we all live our individual lives and that, you know. I don't want to start no fucking online beef and that, but the point is, I'm worried for Brian Harvey, and I'm worried that his information being put out on these kind of platforms is just going to do more to discredit him than it is going to do to help him. Because if you can see, the videos are not getting nowhere near as many hits on Red Pill Phil's. This Red Pill Phil's video, 8.4k, and on Brian's, it's getting a lot more hits. It's getting 29,000 views. So Brian, mate, you don't need these guys to help you, my man. You just need a nobody to sit in the chair that is not affiliated with nothing or no one, even your wife, your pals, you know what I mean? Anyone. Your brethren, like your best friend, man, just anyone. Just not anyone affiliated with anything. And although there's another lady called Angela Power Disney who did a video the other day, Brian Harvey, Bill Maloney, John Wedger, and Red Pill Phil, and, you know, Eddie is okay and all that kind of stuff. Now, I like the video she put out, and I kind of get her point, because she was talking about Eddie is okay and Red Pill Phil supporters being like that mob mentality, the Free Tommy mob mentality that are like attacking Bill Maloney and John Wedger before I've even spoken to him. Obviously, I believe Brian as well, so I do believe Bill Maloney, John Wedger, you are in the shit at the minute. Your names are shit at the moment, and until you come out and start fucking talking and saying something, your names will be shit, and it's fucking disappointing, because Bill Maloney, I mean, John Wedger as well, I listened to your interviews, man, and I thought you're a fucking stand-up guy, man. I thought any copper that will stand up to the fucking coppers is a fucking good man in my book. But, you know what I mean, the more I'm hearing, your name is becoming shit, my man. And Bill Maloney, bruv, when you started up, mate, you fucking you have had me in tears, you know, watching your videos, and you fucking got me into this subject even more. You know what I mean? Because it just fucking got to me, man. And Bill Maloney, if you fucking, you know what I mean? If it's true what Brian Harvey's saying, and you have stitched him up, you need to come out and open your mouth, because you've been missing in action, mate, for many years. So anyway, sorry, Angela Howard Disney, she came out, she did this video and that, talking about the whole situation, and she's saying how she wouldn't mind interviewing Brian and all this kind of stuff. And it's just another person in, like I say, I've got nothing against Angela at all, but it's just another person here trying to, I think, cash in on Brian Harvey and get him to do interviews on their channel and get them a push, because I think she's done another second one now as well. Trolls, Truth, Tragedy, and Brian Harvey, Andrew Ash, Ben Fellows, Bill Maloney, rah, rah, rah. So I'm going to watch that as well and see what I make of it. But like I say, I just think it's kind of another person just trying to, in a way, trying to help you, but come in saying, yeah, I will help you and it may help you. But, you know, I don't think it will. Being affiliated with these people is not going to help you. You're doing it better on your own, Brian. You really are doing it better on your own, mate. You're getting more hits on these videos on your channel than you're getting on the other people's channel. So, you know, like I say, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not trying to patronise you, Brian. You're a clever guy. You're a smart guy. You're fucking pissed off. I understand that. You know what I mean? It's just some advice, man. That's all it is. Just do this on your own, man. You've been doing it on your own for so long. Keep doing it on your own, man. You don't need none of these people to help push you, because you're just going to be affiliated with them, and then that's just not going to look good, man. And there's not really much else I can say. Like I say, this video is just a little quick one, supposed to be for Brian, just to kind of put out there what's going on with him as well, so hopefully some more people can see Brian's information and see what's happening to him. But like I say, it's just one of them things where the more I look at it, and we all know about this truther community, you know what I mean? We all know, man, that it's fucking corrupt as well to the core. You know, there's people in there, infiltrators from the system, trying to fuck with it at every opportunity. So the only person you could probably trust, Brian, is yourself, mate. You know what I mean? And I know that's a fucking harsh thing to say, but, you know, I think you'd probably just be better just being interviewed by your missus or your mates, and putting it out yourself, mate. get other people to repost it and reblog it, that's fine. You know, because then you're not predominantly on their channels though, or having them in the videos, because I don't think it's helping you. So this is myself, a Diligent Rascal. On Twitter, it's at a Diligent Rascal. I'm going to tweet this video out to Brian Harvey because I want him to watch it. And it's just the message is simple, Brian. I reckon you should do it on your own, mate. Don't be affiliated with no one, because in the end, it's going to end up fucking biting you in the arse, I think. Being affiliated with the Free Tommy lot and this fucking nationalist pro-Brexit fucking thing. You don't need it, mate. You really don't need it. You've been on your Jack Jones for this long. You can do it, man. You're strong. I respect you for fucking coming out and saying something and trying to do something about it. And just keep doing what you're doing, mate. You know, that's all I can really say. This is myself, a Diligent Rascal, at a Diligent Rascal on Twitter. It is Tuesday the 31st of July 2018. And this is just a little video to Brian Harvey. A little bit of advice. Take it, leave it, don't believe it. It's all good, my man. Like I say, the last thing you need is someone telling you what to fucking do at the minute. But I just couldn't not try and get this to you, because from an outsider's point of view, someone who's been into this like 15 years or so, you know what I mean, plus, I know what this truther community is fucking like, man. All of them are fucking out for what they can get. A lot of them are just pure ego, and they like seeing themselves on camera, and they like the sounds of their own voice, you know what I mean? I don't even do this on camera, man. I've got my screen, you can see my fucking desktop. That's all I do, man. I don't really want to be no part of it, to be fair, but when I see stuff, I put it out that I think people need to know, and this is something that I thought Brian Harvey needs to know. So Brian, big up yourself, stay strong. Nice one, bruv. If you do want to chat to me and that, I'm going to try and chat to you on Twitter and whatnot. But yeah, bit of advice, do it on your own. You don't need these guys. Thanks to everyone for watching, and I hope to see you soon with another part, hopefully, where Brian is doing videos on his own and not affiliated with no one. So again, big up yourself, Brian. Boom.